sort of not so much the loss that you had to have, but I mean in the A-League it's so hard with it being so even to maintain such a consistent run of winning form. Was it sort of just that little bit of a reality check maybe, or?
Yeah, I think if you look at the whole season, it was a good run we had. Well, until last Saturday we were still in that run until we played Newcastle, and now it's okay. We have to start over again in preparing, and we know that the loss would come, and we try to avoid it, of course. But it's like it is, and maybe it's good now to have that, and the pressure's a bit less.
Yep.
The players can focus on Wellington. It's going to be a tough game because they will be coming here and want to make something good of the game that we played there last few weeks ago when we won with a big result. So it's going to be an interesting game. Well, I think the lesson we learned was that and the circumstances were not easy. We knew that it was going to be a tough game, but the lesson is that we should go back to the basics, and the basic is play possession, a lot of movement, try to keep the ball longer, and well, those things were not optimal in the last game. Also, what I already said, because of the opponent and the circumstances, but we should try to every time work on that, because if we work on that, then I'm sure that our game will improve more and more, and as a consequence the results will be better. Well, it's normal after a loss that the disappointment is there, but on the other hand we're fit, we're very competitive. The group is training well the last few days, and we're looking forward to play again for our home crowd. It makes it easy. It makes it easy that you just have to go out there and play your game, and we know that if we make mistakes, that it's almost done. And if we keep on playing well and getting results, then we're still in that. And so yeah, again, the first game now that's counting is Wellington, and that's the one that we have to prepare. It's going to be a different game. We are coming from a loss. They come from a good game, a draw. I think their confidence has grown as well after the game that they played against us. They're almost with their strongest lineup as well. Cunningham, Hernandez, they were both a little bit in doubt, but they're both playing. Housegums. So they have their strongest lineup, and that's why yeah, it's going to be a totally different game. Everything went our way when we played there. We came ahead very, very fast with 2 goals in 15 minutes, and then you know that with the speed we have up front, we can really hurt opponents, and that's what we did there. But Sunday is going to be a totally different game. We have to start all over again, and try to make them as difficult as possible and play good football.
Yeah. Bit of a different question. Ange said during the week that he's definitely got his eyes on a handful of A-League players with the World Cup coming up. Have you got any boys here that you reckon are worthy of making the squad, considering the season that they've had?
I'm not going to talk about that, because I think there's going to be, everybody's talking about that. For me, it's the most important thing to get the players playing and enjoying, and try to get the best out of them. And then it's to Ange and his assistants and people around him to finalize the players that are going to go to Brazil.
Harry, just his experience is second to none. Would you advocate him being in the squad, even if it is just to lend a helping hand to the young boys coming through, considering what he's done for Australian football over the years?
Look, I'm not going to talk about that, because that's again, speculating, and I know how difficult it is to select players. I've been in that position myself for 4 years together with Marco van Basten when we did the national team. There are a lot of things that come in when you start selecting a group, and I'm sure that Ange will think out a good selection and take all those considerations with him. I don't think that we're going to make that much changes because the team is doing well, and if you lose one time doesn't mean that we have to throw over a lot of players. They did well, the confidence is there, so it's also good to have the same players maybe and show them that it was a game that was not the one that we wanted to have, but that they show that they can have a good game again the weekend.
And I don't know if you'll choose him, but is Harry fit to start again?
Everybody's
if
fit.
required?
Everybody's fit, so everybody's in competition for being in the squad and being in the lineup.